guys, working on the 2012 GMC Sierra 1500 SLE. I'm about to drop the fuel tank and install a new fuel pump on it, so stay tuned for that, guys. Here we go, guys. All right, I already removed the shield. It's right there. There was a bolt here, another one right here, and another one up there. It's a total of 3 bolts, and they're 13 millimeters. I use a swivel with an impact socket to take it off. Well, impact gun, I should say. And these, if I'm not mistaken, those are 15s, but I'm gonna double check right now for y'all guys. Get my extension off. Let's try this one since this one is closer to us. Yep, 15. Make sure you get a swivel on there. That makes it easier. And definitely have an impact gun. And before you remove these 2 straps, which is this one and that one right there, make sure you either the tank is either empty or you have a good stabilized jack that when you, like a transmission jack, that's what I would use to lower this tank down if you're doing it at home. And obviously before you even remove these straps, loosen up all your lines right here. Here's a clamp, another what do you call this for the vacuum? A bleed, yeah, it's a vacuum hose. So when you're putting gas, it allows the air to escape while you're filling up. Once it gets to this point, then it shuts off like that. The gas don't overfill. And this is for the, more likely for the charcoal canister. This is the breather for it. So just be careful when you're removing all this, cut the zip ties and everything. But once you remove these lines, you're able to remove these 2 straps, like I said, and then you'll be able to lower it down. I'll show y'all guys in the process while we do it. Let me get my jack and loosen up these lines first. Here we go, guys. I already got the line off. We got the breather off too. I gotta make sure I gotta remove both of them lines before I lower the tank. Now I can remove both brackets. This is the charcoal canister thing is completely cut off away from it. Once I'm done, then I'll zip tie it back on like it was before. But for the meanwhile, loosen it up for it to have play in it. Scary, I'm gonna get the transmission jack and I'm gonna get ready to drop this tank down real quick. Stay tuned, guys. I already disconnected this. In order to disconnect these, you gotta squeeze the 2 little tabs in the bottom. They're like clips. You squeeze and pull this up and you're able to take this line out. This, you pull back and you squeeze down, you pull the plug out. The same thing on this side. Yeah, so you mainly got to disconnect this, the harness. You got to disconnect it from down there before you even pull it out. You're going to need a fuel disconnector to disconnect the fuel line. That's already out the way. This, I already had knocked the ring off loose, so now this should pop up. And the old pump should come straight out. There you go. Stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna put in the new one and you gotta drop it in the same way. Let me get this out. Gonna need both of my hands and I'll show y'all when I get the new one. All right, guys, I already cleaned up everything around the tank. Got the new seal on, the old pump with the old seal right there. And I'm about to install the new one. And you want it to go like this, straight down. Make sure the floater's in. And that one, you just push it and it'll snap right into place. But once again, stay tuned. I gotta use both of my hands to put it in and I'll continue with the process. See, the pump's already in. I already put the ring in. I sealed everything. Everything's already connected. I just gotta hook it up. Slide the tank back underneath the truck and hook up the harness pieces in and that should be it. Raise the tank back up and let's fire it up after I get it all done. Here we go, guys. I already got the tank up. I got one of the straps already in. That's a 15 millimeter bolt, so I'm working into getting the other one, but I wanted y'all guys to see the process on this side since I wasn't able to show you on the other side. So bear with me. Hopefully I'll be able to capture it. Let's see, I'm just trying to find a good position for this phone. It's already up. Might fight with it a little bit, but it's part of the game. You just gotta have patience. If you don't have them, this is not the job for you. Or I won't even attempt to do it with my y'all guys. Because you gotta have a lot of patience for this. Same thing on this side. Finish tightening it up. All done. But that one's already tying up, and so is this one completely. Now we can remove the jack, and tank should stay up there. There you go. Fuel pump's already done. Now I gotta put the shield that goes under it and finish hooking up these lines. I mean, I already put them on. I just gotta tighten them down and zip tie them, and that's it. Go, guys. Fuel pump's already in. The old one is right there on the floor. Truck's already running. Just checking for leaks. Everything looks good. Before I put the plastic shield back on the bottom. I call it like a splash shield, but it also protects the tank in some sort of way. But everything so far so good. Don't get me wrong, the pump still worked on that one, but the fuel gauge didn't, so that's the whole reason why we changed it. But now we're good to go. Truck running smooth.